Hi, great people. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Dorothy Ray. Here we do content to inspire, encourage, and motivate us to become everything that God created us to become. Welcome to another episode of Entrepreneurship Talk. Today I have a guest. I'm not alone. And my guest is such a beautiful young lady who happens to be my sister. She's an author and okay, I should not tell them everything about you. Please introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Amy Kate. I'm an entrepreneur, an author, and actual graduate. Yeah.
Wow, you are an actual graduate and you are an author.
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
So you are an author at 23.
Yes.
When did you start writing? And when did you do this? When did you finish Canvas?
Okay, I started writing when I was 19 and I finished Campus on the year 2020, then graduated. No, 2021, then graduated on 2022. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Let me say that the reason why I really wanted you to come and share your story here is because I know you can inspire someone. Your story is really, really inspiring, especially to young people who are in campus and they don't know what to do, or some of them feel like giving up. Yeah. So you said that you started writing your book at the age of 19 years.
Yeah.
You were in campus.
Yes.
Okay, no. So what inspired you?
I wouldn't say that I was inspired by something, but actually when I started, I was just doing it for fun. So I wasn't I didn't know that I was going to publish. I was just writing to satisfy the inner me,
The curiosity.
the curiosity and all that. So it was just for fun when I started. Yeah.
So writing to you is like a inner talent. Is something that God has given you.
Yeah, it's
We
more.
can say it's a passion.
Yeah, it's more of a God-given talent. It's also passion. Yeah. But talent and passion, it's two different things.
Okay.
But they must be combined. And yeah.
So I want to ask you a question. How come you did not wait until you are done with your school, you graduate, and then you start writing the book? Why did you start writing it when you're still in campus?
Okay. Then I did not look at why, like, I'm in campus, I'm still young, or consider the thing that I had the gift of writing. So it was just started, was writing. I didn't care about how old I was, because I never knew that I was going to publish. So it was just nilikuwa tu naandika. So yeah, just literally doing it.
How was it balancing writing and reading?
Okay, in campus, you'll agree with me that there's a lot of time. Like you might have a single class in a day or two, and then you find most of the times you are indoors. Like for me, I'm an introvert, so I'm not the kind of person who will show up for many social events. So I spent most of my time indoors, and I think that's how I turned it to writing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good. So I think it's good to make use of the extra time that you have. So that's what you can tell people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you said that you started writing the book just like for fun.
Yeah.
So how come you published the book and it's in the book? No, I mean it's in the bookstores. It is in Amazon. How did you end up publishing the book?
I think my dad inspired me at some point.
Wow.
Because then you see the way we grew up, it got some point we had to do things for ourselves. So at some point, my dad told me that you're in campus. It's not all about education. Look for something else to do. It could either be a business or something. Just look for something you can do that you can earn a living. So, but for my case, I didn't know that writing was a a way of earning a living. So at some point I mentioned to him that, you know what, I'm writing a story. And he was like, oh, you know that you can publish, you can be one of the greatest authors, you know, something like that. And then I could see the joy in him, and I think it inspired me. So I thought of, let me just finish this book and consider publishing it, and think that's why it all started now.
Wow.
Now I got serious with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Daddy inspired you.
Yeah,
You know,
he did.
that's incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Daddy. You inspired your daughter, and see where she is right now, and we are grateful for that. Yes. So writing to you is something natural.
Yeah,
It's something that you don't struggle.
Actually, I would say, you see, writing is not easy. Writing is very hard because you'll have the idea in mind, but not the putting it in a book. When I was writing, it was much more easier because I wasn't writing. When I started, I wasn't writing to publish, so I could just ignore most of the things like grammar and nini. But now that I know these things, now bringing the idea out of the mind and putting it the way it should be put, it's a lot of work. So for me, I could say because of the talent, I don't struggle thinking. I like to come up with a story, I have it. Now maybe you struggle kidogo ni hapa kwa kuandika sasa, putting it on the paper. That is where the challenge is. Yeah.
Okay. But I believe that if it's something that you're passionate about it, even if it's a struggle, you normally hack it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a struggle is a strong word. I don't struggle a lot.
Yeah.
But you ask most people who want to get into writing, they'll tell you it's not something that is easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nothing comes in a silver plate. You have to work hard,
Yeah.
you know, for everything.
Yeah.
So I am very proud, and I'm so happy for you. Yes. So this is the book that we are talking about. It's called Secrets. I have read this book, and it's an interesting story. And where can they find your book?
Okay, you can find it on Nuria Bookshop. It is in town. Or you can just order online. If you just go on Google and type Amy Kate or type Secrets by Amy Kate, some links will come up. So right now Jumia doesn't have it. This time they used to have. But if you check on the link that comes with Nuria, if you click on it, you'll get it. Or you can get an online version through Amazon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now to your entrepreneurship journey.
Yes.
You said that you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
How did it start?
Okay. So you see, like when we were in campus. Okay, it's not something that I would say that I woke up and said that today I'm going to be an entrepreneur. Sometimes it's life circumstances. Life pushed me because I had no choice. I didn't have a choice. I had bills to pay. I had to pay my school fee, and I had to buy food and all that. And then my parents couldn't do it, so I had to. So it was either I continue with campus or I drop out. So I decided I'll do anything that I could to make sure that I finish. So that's when I got into entrepreneurship. And then unakumbuka hizo siku when you go for long holiday, especially when I was in first year, second year. So you go for a holiday, and then when you go home, the only thing that was there those days unaambiwa enda ukafunze tuition, and then you go and you're paid 6,000 per month. So from my case, it got some point that it was really hard to relate. So that's when I decided to stop. I walked out of that life, and then come back to Nairobi kutafuta kazi.
So you're saying that during the long holidays,
Yeah.
you were doing tuition.
Yes.
You were working like as a PTA teacher.
Yes.
So this was a primary school or a secondary school?
I did both. First was a primary, and then the second was a secondary.
Okay, so you would do it during the long holidays.
Yes.
And then now when the schools close, when your school opens, you come back to school.
Yes.
Okay, so why is it important
Mhm.
to a student who is in school to find something else to do when they are not in school to make yani, to make the right use of the time, the extra time that they have?
Okay, I will say this for my case.
Mhm.
Okay, from my experience,
Mhm.
for me, I didn't have a choice.
Mhm.
So if I had to stay in school, I
Mhm.
had to work. Hiyo pesa haikuwa.
Mhm.
And then I think it's more, and I think sometimes I look back and say, though there are disadvantages of that, there's also an advantage, and it's the biggest part. Because now when you use your time well in campus, when you get outside here after campus, when you graduate, you will not stomach. So it's good ujipange mapema, because
Wow.
if you don't and you finish, you graduate, then is when you start stomaching. You're going to take a lot of time to struggle. So you'd rather figure it out early now, so that when you get out here, at least it won't be a rough journey. Yeah.
Wow. That's inspiring.
Yes.
So you figure it out early when
Early
you're still
enough.
in school.
Yes.
You make good use of the extra time that you have. You
Yes.
can get something to do. You start doing it early enough when you are in campus.
Yes,
Sindio?
yes.
Wow, that's inspiring. So now you have decided to quit the teaching part. Now, where does Ami go now? You are still in campus.
Yes.
You go for those holiday tuition, working as a PTA teacher during your long holidays,
Yes.
and now you feel like this is not what you are meant to do.
Yes.
And then you decide to come back
Yes.
to Nairobi. And I remember you called me and you are like, hey, please get me a job, even if it's a hotel job, even if it's being a shop attendant. And I was like, are you sure this is what you want to do? And then you came back to Nairobi. Now you can take it up from there.
So, the reason why I decided to work out first, it was I'm an introvert to some extent, and it's not something that comes. Some people, like, I think being an introvert nowadays imekuwa kama cliche. Everyone wants to be an introvert. For me, I really want to be an extrovert, but I can't relate.
Yeah.
You see. So now I realized that yes, I'm teaching here, but I can't even relate with the students or the teachers. At face value, we relate very well, but deep down, I don't belong here. So I decided, it's time I work out. And another thing was I was looking at some point, because when you work during the holiday and then you come back to town, now that money you get, it's like for 4 months and it's 6,000, that is 24,000. That money can sustain you for an entire semester, let's say a year. It can't pay your school fees, it can't buy food, it can't pay rent. So it's like I needed a job that will be able to do that, like I can work and still be in school. So I decided to come back to Nairobi, because Nairobi, at least my school was in Nairobi. I could work in Nairobi and then go to school, work, go to school, and balance all that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you came back, what did you start doing? Did you look for a job? Did you get the job? Or now, what are you doing?
Never got the job. So I came to you. And then nakumbuka I told you that nisaidie kutafuta job, and by the way I had a plan. When I came, I said I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'll start stomaching, going to every hotel, then
Asking for work.
Yes, I'll ask for work. I'll go to this butchery, I'll ask for work. I had it figured out in my head, but now doing it physically, the way that's what the challenge is. You work here and you're like, kuna kazi, so you get discouraged. So then is when you inspired me, or you convinced me that I could do a reselling business, meaning job. I could resell. So and then I took it from there. So yeah.
Wow, that's nice. So you started doing reselling business.
Yes.
Yeah, and If you don't know what a reselling business is, I have done a video explaining what a reselling business is. Kindly go and watch that video. Yes, and you can do something. You can really do something. Yes. Yeah. So that's what you've been doing.
Yeah, that's all I've been doing all this time. Yeah.
So I want to ask you a question,
Yes.
because you see people finish college, people graduate, and then they are out here looking for work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, someone takes their CV, you know, you send your CV, you're looking for a job and you're not getting this job,
Yes.
and you feel discouraged. You'll hear people say that, I'm looking for something to do.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell them?
Okay, me, looking for a job first is very hard right now.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is now you should be able to convince someone that you can do something for them, for them to employ you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's for you to be confident. For instance, for me, if I'm interested in your product, I'll come to your company
Mm-hmm.
and I'll convince you that I can sell this product.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you, sometimes most companies, because at least now me have an experience, they'll give me, go market their product, sell. We can agree, if I sell, you can pay me on monthly basis or weekly basis. Yeah, it's on whatever you agree on. And I think I don't think kuna mtu atakataa kuuziwa vitu zake. It's very rare.
Yeah, it's true.
So nowadays it's more about convincing someone. You must convince someone to give you that job.
Yeah.
If you don't have that in you, I think it is really hard to find a job in this Nairobi.
This Kenya, not even Nairobi.
Yeah.
The other day I saw that lady. You know that story of what was in Kishu County.
Yes.
I saw that lady. She's a graduate and she's selling uji.
Yes.
Yeah, and she's making money out of it.
Yeah.
Now the problem is when it comes when we have people, you feel like you are learned, but unachagua kazi, utaki kufanya hii kazi. And you know that these jobs that people, watu wanaonanga ni za class ndogo, people are making a living out of it. People are really making money out of it. And I remember there are some business ideas that I had many years ago. But I was feeling like, no, I am not made for this. I really wanted a white collar job. I really wanted to to wear a suit, to dress, how do you call it, officially, official high heels and work in an office, because I felt that like that was it. Unaenda kazi asubuhi, unarudi jioni, unapata mshahara wako mzuri, but the jobs were not there.
Yeah.
The jobs were not there, and some of the things that I really, some business ideas that I had that time that I ignored, those are things that I'm really doing right now.
Yeah. Yes.
So, guys, we are here to encourage you that you can do something. You can just wake up and do something. Usichague kazi, because these white collar jobs, they are very few. We are not saying that there are not jobs. Jobs ziko. But not everyone that is going to work in an office. So if you can wake up and do something, you can do it. Sindio?
Yeah.
So let's talk about your writing journey.
Another point before you get there. Also, there's something I've discovered. You see people go out there, you hear someone talking about something. Like someone will come and get that you have said, you can convince someone that you can resell their product. And then someone will be willing to go and convince someone. And then when they do, kuna wenye watenda 1 week, hatape hiyo kazi, akose kuuza. And then they're like, hapo. Unasinga kwa ground vitu ni different.
Yes, kwa ground vitu ni different.
Actually, it is very hard. It's not a walk in the park. So unless you have that patience, resilience, which most of the people do not have, you cannot survive on this business.
It requires patience.
Yeah.
It requires patience, and you can learn some skills.
Yeah.
Yes. Kwanza right now, these small skills like interior design, like graphic design, some selling skills, hizi ndio skills zenye zinasaidia watu kwa ground. Yeah. So this is your first book, ndio?
Yes.
So is the journey of writing continuing, ama hii ni kitabu tu moja umeandika na ni hivyo?
Right now I've completed my second. and I'm just about to hand it over to the publisher. I did finish on proofreading and self-editing. So what I'm just doing right now is just accumulating the cash so that I can be able to sign the contract.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the second, is it a continuation of this or it's a different book?
No, it's not a continuation of this. It's a very different book. Yeah.
Wow, we are really looking forward to it. I can't wait for the book launch.
Yes.
Yes, so you can inspire someone. There are people who are talented, people who know that there's something. We are taught that everyone has a talent. There's that thing that God has deposited in each one of us.
Yes.
But the problem is that we are always waiting for the right time. Yeah, you're waiting, like for example, you are waiting to go to school, to learn something related to your talent. Yeah, so my question is there really a right time, or when is the right time to start doing something? Like for example, someone knows that I'm a musician. Yeah, na wako pale campus ama wako shule, can they start doing it then ama wanangoja the right time? Yeah.
Okay, to me, there's no right time, and right time never comes. The reason why people say we are waiting for right time is because you believe that you don't have it in you. Then now you believe that at some point you'll have that confidence. When I started writing, when I was publishing things, actually remember when I said I was doing it for fun, but by the time I was finishing, I had to go back and rewrite the story again because I realized, this is a book.
This is serious.
This is serious. So I had to rewrite again, proofread again, and yet I did not yet meet most of the per value. I'm still somewhere there.
Yeah.
So then I discovered lately that you don't have to be great to start. You start anyhow. Because I'll tell you, this is not one of the biggest things I did. Like I did not. If I look back now, if I look at this book and the one that I've finished writing, it's totally a different thing. You can see that I have learned, but I wouldn't have learned if I didn't start this one, because I met critics on the way. I got mentors, so the book gave me attention, and I think that is what helped me. Those critics, the mentor, and all that. Given that if I hadn't done it, then at least I wouldn't know anything about writing. So it's about you starting anyhow. We just begin.
Okay, just begin. So you just start and you will grow as you continue. Cindy, you will grow. Yeah, I like that point that you said. You don't have to be great to start.
Yeah.
Just start and you'll be great as you continue because you keep on learning. So guys, if you're out there and you are talented, there's something that God has deposited in you. It can be music, it can be, playing football, and you're just there waiting for the right time. Right time that never comes. Just start. Start, and you will grow in it. Usingoje to grow, like someone will tell you that if you're called to sing, first grow your vocals, learn how to sing, nini. Wewe anza kuimba, and then you will learn things as you continue. Sindio? That's very inspiring. Yeah. Wow. So we're looking forward to the next book. I can't wait for it. I have read this one, and it's a very interesting story for them that like fiction. It's a fiction book. So, now, in school, you didn't do something related to writing. Sindio?
Yes.
Now, are you going back to school to do something related to being a creative?
Okay, I would start by saying, this statement I've heard people use, like hard work can beat talent. If you're hardworking and you have it in you, you can beat someone with talent. And I believe in experience. Like there's someone who didn't go to school, but akona ile experience. So, and this is an art. And given any chance, right now, maybe at some point in future, I might go back to school and do literature, course on literature, because that's all my passion is.
That's where your passion
or
is.
art. Naturally, I love developing stories, something that comes without a struggle. I don't struggle developing stories. I can give a story as much as you give me a description, something I've been doing lately. I've done it for some people. Where you come and these people come and approach like a producer, I have this storyline, and I come like, how do you call it? I don't know what's the name, I've forgotten. But they come and tell you, I have this. They give you like a paragraph of their story description, and I want to do a series on this. So what I do, I sit down, see your storyline, and then I ask you some few questions. How do you want it to be? Then I develop a full story for you. Like I've done one for 36 episodes, and there's another one I have done for like 17 episodes so far. So yeah, for me, I would say this is something that it's a talent. But if you have that talent, you don't use it, you don't grow it, you don't learn, and then you're going nowhere. So it's a process.
Ni kujituma.
Lazima
uamuke kila asubuhi na ujitume. Yes, wow, that's nice, and I am proud of you. Seeing the woman that you have grown to become, I can only say I'm grateful to God. The kind of background where we have come from, we have no choice.
Hatuna fallback plan. We don't have a plan.
Yes, ni lazima tunaamka tunajituma. I was telling someone that I have tried many businesses, I've tried to do this, the other day I was just reflecting on the things that I've done, since I was 19. I think I started hustling when I was 18. Was it 18 or 19? Because I was done with Form 4 at 17 years.
Yeah.
Then I came back to Nairobi, college, yani kujituma kabisa. So we really have to work hard, and that's why we are here inspiring everyone who is feeling like ajui afanye aje, maybe hata ukwenda hiyo shule hauna papers na kutafuta kazi, or you have the papers and you're looking for a job and you're not getting a job. We are here to tell you that you can make it.
Yeah,
you can make it. Wewe amuka tu na ujitume. I have seen great people who have done great things and they never went to school. People have done great things and their papers and the things that they went to school to learn is not what they are doing. And I'm not saying that it's not good to go to school. No, go to school. It teaches you how to do what? How to associate with people. You learn how to relate with people. You really learn a lot. But if you're not getting the job, that you went to school to learn about, please wake up and do something else, and you can prosper.
Yeah.
What is your parting shot as we wind up this?
Okay, I would say it doesn't matter how things are. What matters is the confidence in you, patience, be resilient, never give up.
Wow, never give up.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much, guys, for being with us today. I hope you've been inspired, especially if you're a young person in college or you're in campus. You have been inspired to do something. Use my take home is that use the extra time that you have, use it wisely. Start early enough when you're still in school, so that when you are out here, you will not really struggle like others. Na ujitume. If God has deposited something in you, you have a talent within yourself, start it. There's no right time. Do not just sit there and say that you're waiting for the right time. Start, and we learn as we grow. Okay, thank you so much for watching. May God bless you. Until next time, bye.